Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. And we're so excited to have Trishes in the house because she is a credible artist of spoken word, pop, all the above. I'm so excited because we're going to dive deep into the philosophies behind her whole scene.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot there.
And just because you're white, I just got to say, it's like, I just love white. You look so beautiful now.
Thank you. I like to wear white when I'm being Trishes. My name is Trish, so Trish is the act. And I feel like it helps me access like different parts of myself because, you know, everything we wear and we do like sends a particular message. So the white is supposed to be like a blank canvas.
So I asked her, would you want to be called Trish or Trishes? And so you said, so explain a little bit further. What does that mean? You have two like alter ego type of thing, right?
Right.
Is that what
So my name's Trish. Trishes was created to express aspects of myself. The way I explain it is to express the Freudian constructs of self, which I know sounds so nerdy, but it's the id, like the primal self, the superego, which is the spiritual self, and then the ego is this conscious self that sort of struggles between both of them. So I created Trishes to express several aspects of myself because I feel like we repress a lot of things.
So well said, though.
Yeah.
I mean, we literally have multiple personalities, if you will, in a sense. Most of us don't recognize. It's like almost like we come into a new character sometimes when we're doing whatever. So it's profound to kind of embrace that and know that that is something to be expressed. We can be different characters throughout the day or throughout our life or through whatever. So tell us about spoken word. How do you take that into spoken word?
So I like to do spoken word in my shows as opposed to just like speaking freely as myself. Because when I speak as myself, I'm speaking as Trish. There's no way around like being your conscious self. That's who you are. So I write these spoken word pieces to express the several selves and not really go into like my conscious streaming mind. I sort of prepare it.
I love that.
Yeah. What do you do to prepare for one of your shows?
Besides for the all white, I also wear face paint. I'm really sort of enamored with the idea of anonymity and how that affects us mentally. And face paint is kind of the most basic form of a mask, the original form of mask. So I sort of put it on, you know, that's why people put makeup on. That's why people wear big sunglasses. That's why people wore war paint. When you have this sense of anonymity, you are allowed to express yourself in ways that you otherwise couldn't. So I do feel like on stage, I am very much Trishes and not Trish. And so I put on that face paint.
So how the hell did you get so deep? I mean, what was there a trigger? Was there something that put you on the path of seeking in this life, or were you just kind of born with a higher consciousness? Clearly, you're very evolved.
I think my dad is very philosophical. I remember when I was very, very young, and he would try to explain to me like where the stars came from and what God is and all these ideas that left me like very confused and unsure, but he wasn't like afraid of confusing me because life is confusing. It's strange, it makes no sense. Like, so that's one aspect of it. The other thing is after college, I would say I struggled a lot internally with the concept of morality. I sort of asked myself if you separate the idea of like a higher being, so we just say there's none, where does morality come from? And why do we act morally? And I was in a very selfish place because I didn't understand where my moral compass was centered, because at at first it is from society and our families and our religions. And then at some point we have to make a conscious decision of, do I agree with the ideology that was given to me? And I think I really struggled when trying to figure out what my ideology was, and sort of just was floating in this like immoral space.
It's a great question though, because where is that piece coming from? And we teach it as about harmony. So morals come from actually what is going to be harmony for the highest harmony. And so morals just come and they're actually just part of our cellular makeup, and therefore it transcends into what feels right and doesn't feel right. There's always going to be chaos, but harmony and truth prevail. So I do think it's a really profound question. It's such a very few people ask, inquire into that question. So kudos to you, and I'm sure it's expressed in all the beautiful art you're up to. So tell us about your art and how you're expressing it out into like what events, what music, where is it going?
So I just released a single called Hydra. It's part of the first of 3 projects called Ego. So Ego, the conscious self, and it's based around 5 concepts that I felt were created to separate ourselves from our animal primal selves, but that fall short because we haven't really reached this divine self. So it's things like government, money, creativity, self-awareness, and they're all expressed through a song, a video, a spoken word piece, and a small art collection, because they're just these like incredibly heavy, dense, deep concepts that I just really wanted to dive into them as thoroughly as I could at this place in my life.
Well, it sounds like you're giving a voice to so many, because if you have the feeling or it's different perspective, you're giving a voice for so many out there. So thank you for doing that through your art. Really well done. Mm-hmm. Really well done. So tell people where they can actually find you and work with you.
Yes, that stuff. So on all of the things on the internet, it's at Trishes Music, Trishes Music. My website is trishes.com. If you're in LA, I'm doing a special solo set of Songs of Resistance next Wednesday at the Standard Hotel. So follow me on the things.
On all the things. Thank you
All
for
of
being
the
such a
things.
light and sharing your morning with us. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more Good Morning La La Land.